Right, Liam, second of 4 live prediction shows tonight, sticking with Riyadh season Usyk Fury 2 and the heavyweights. Johnny Fisher versus Dave, the Doncaster De La Hoya. Alan, aka the White Rhino, versus the Romford Bull. Interesting fight, this one that's come under a bit of criticism, it's probably fair to say. You've got the 25-year-old Fisher, 12-0, 11 finishes. Dave Allen, now he's still only 32. He's been around for a long time, 23-6, 18 by knockout. Look, I've been pretty vocal about the fight as well since it was announced. To be fair, I don't really see Dave Allen having much of a chance, to be honest. I know Nigel Travis and Jamie Moore have whipped him into shape. He actually does look in decent enough condition from what I've seen of him during fight week and that kind of thing. But just hearing the things that he said about his mentality and that kind of thing. Evening, Pat. Hope you're well, my friend. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, just the little things like I don't know how I'm going to perform till I'm in the ring that night. You know, that's not really the kind of confidence that you want to be hearing from a guy who's fighting for his career really on Saturday night in Riyadh. If he loses, it's the last we've seen of him on the big stage, isn't it? I mean, 2 4-rounders this year.
Yeah.
In Sheffield, you know, nothing really to write home about. It's really piggybacking off Dave Allen's what's left of his name to propel Johnny Fisher forward, really, isn't it, Lynn? That's my assessment on it anyway.
It's hard to disagree or go another way with that statement. I mean, look, Dave Allen has shown he's capable of big shocks. He went in there against Nick Webb is a good comparison I'll make. When Nick Webb was also Southern Area champion, when Nick Webb was being touted as going toward British and Commonwealth honours, Dave Allen went in at short notice and absolutely flatlined him with a punch from the gods, didn't he? That was on the White Oscar Rivas
flatlined him
2018. So he has history of doing it to up-and-coming Southern Area champions. And if anything, he came into that fight in 2018 off the back of Tony Yoka stopping him 3 weeks before. So, you know, if that's probably even worse preparation than what he's had for this fight. At least he's had a full training camp. At least he's with Jamie and Nigel and in that gym that is buzzing and thriving with good talent. But it's really hard to know where I'm at with Dave Allen. He seems to have just fallen down a path of he'll get given opportunities based off his name and the fact he's a bit of a laugh, but you always know when the pressure's on, he's 90% of the time going to crumble and not deliver. David Price, Lenroy Thomas, Fraser Clark, to name a few examples there where the pressure's been on and he's not delivered. So what are we going to get on Saturday night? I mean, I will know what we're going to get from him when we see how he comes out at the first bell. If he goes straight into his shell and just looks to sit on the ropes and he's there to survive, if he comes out, looks to meet Fisher in the middle of the ring and sort of fight fire with fire, so to speak, then the Doncaster De La Hoya, as he wants to be known, is there to have a go. And that's the side I hope we see of him. I don't want to see him there covering up, just looking to get 3 rounds. I want to see him have a go because Johnny Fisher's chin hasn't been tested yet. And when he was tested briefly against Harry Armstrong for the Southern Area Championship, his legs did buckle. Don't get me wrong. He came through it. He'd already had Harry down twice, and he put him down a third time to win the fight. That's not the point. The point is when he was slightly chin tested by a jab, I think it was as well, his legs buckled. Yeah. Dave Allen has got more of a skill set than Armstrong did back in, last summer. If Dave Allen gets some shots going and has a go, we may find out some questions about Johnny Fisher. When it's not going his way, when he hasn't got the Bosch army behind him, getting first round KOs, does he really want to go deep? Does he want to show a bit of dog, a bit of fight? I'm not saying we're guaranteed to get those answers on Saturday night, but we're more likely to get those answers than we have been from Alan Babich and the guy he fought in the Cosmopolitan Hotel out in Vegas in February. So if Johnny Fisher's path is what we think it is, he will win this fight and he will get a stoppage. But Dave Allen has shown before that if you write him off, he can rip up the script quite willingly. So you never know on Saturday night. It is his last roll of the dice, 100%.
No, without question. Yeah, I mean, Pat said Bosch all the way with this one, within 5 rounds for Johnny Fisher. I'm going to completely agree with DJ Pat. I just don't see a path to victory for Dave Allen in this fight. I think 4, maybe 5 rounds tops for Johnny Fisher here. I think what the first big meaningful shot, I don't know if Allen's going to be able to stand up to it at this point in his career where he's at, who he's been fighting in recent times. I know he fought Fraser Clark, but it was a weird negative fight, wasn't it? So yeah,
that was a really weird fight.
Yeah, It's a walk over me, this, mate, for Johnny Fisher.
I'm in two schools of thought, like I've just explained. So will contradict myself happily. Dave Allen comes out and covers up. He'll probably get stopped in the middle rounds. If he comes out, has a go, and starts having some success, I think it'll be Johnny on points. So I am very much on the fence here. I believe Johnny Fisher will win, but Dave Allen's approach will dictate which way it goes. If he comes for a fight, Johnny Fisher on points. If he comes and covers up and allows Johnny to let his hands go, he gets stopped probably between 4 and 6. So that's where I'm basing.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, all makes sense. Absolutely. So yeah, that'll be maybe 3 fights from the end on Saturday night. Johnny Fisher versus Dave Allen. We've gone for Fisher victories. Let us know what you think. We'll be back very shortly for Sergey Bohachuk and